What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley, and that's the one, the only. It is Scott Savage. Scott, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, I finally got my chance to dip a toe into Dying Light 2. That was my experience last night.
How'd that go?
Not a bad time, that's for sure.
Right.
I'm glad I waited.
Yeah? Are you going to continue on?
Oh, I'm certainly going to continue on. I'm at the point where I'm recruiting co-op partners now.
There you go.
The problem is a lot of people have just moved on from the game because of its state. Yeah.
Well, dude, but it's got 500 hours of gameplay in it.
Yeah.
True story.
So I'm told. I'm trying to burn it as fast as I can.
Keep you busy going there for a while. Oh, I jumped back into man, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Scott, I'm back.
Oh, back to Valhalla.
Okay, the last chapter is coming out on December 6th. And in order for me to get into that last chapter, which ends off the campaign, believe it or not, because the campaign didn't end when you finished the actual campaign.
About 500 hours.
Yeah, I'm 150 in, actually, at this point. But yeah, getting back to this, I have to complete other side quest stuff before I can get into this.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was watching... Dude, I came across a Ubisoft YouTube channel called Ubisoft Plan, I think it is, and it's actually produced by Ubisoft. I had no idea, and it's basically like their game plan of what comes up for the game, how to get back into this game. They had one for Breakpoint and caught my interest. I was like, I gotta check this out. I know, I couldn't believe it.
There's another one that I kind of let pass, and it's aged to the right age now.
We'll see. I don't know if, dude, I don't even know if I can get back into that one. But
we need Steve to lead us.
Shotguns full bore. Shotgun Steve is what we call him here. Yeah, but in order to do that, dude, I gotta take out all of the Templars in the order, right? You get this hitman tree, more or less. You gotta go take them all out. I gotta complete that, and I gotta make sure all the Asgard stuff is finished. So just a heads up, those two things need to be done in order for you to play on December 6th, the final chapter, or what they call the last chapter for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I'm trying to now rush through. Dude, I got 11 targets to take out still. I got some running around.
What is your confidence that it is indeed the final piece of update?
I think this is it. Honestly, I hope they take a break now and just go, okay, you know what? You guys need to go into hiding and just wait at this point for Mirage to come out and get the hype, right? Build that hype up.
Let's go on Mirage. That's what I'm excited for.
Dude, I cannot wait. But what we're going to go on is today's show at 11 a.m. Eastern, where you can join us live over on twitch.tv/theofficial ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG. This is Monday to Friday, everybody. And of course, if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. Dude, today's show, Infinity Ward is working on bringing us one of the most beloved characters in their own spin-off game. Splinter Cell gets more than just a game, and what the heck is going on with Marvel's Avengers, Scott? We'll get into it.
I've wondered that since the outset.
Dude, let's do this. It is Ghost spin-off campaign in development at Infinity Ward. This comes from Valve over at What If Gaming. A plan for an origin campaign is underway at Infinity Ward, fleshing out the story behind the masked enigma Simon Ghost Riley, giving some base to the character's more low-key, superficial appearance. Dude, how pumped are you for this?
Oh, I'm super excited. Ghost he's got to be the coolest character next to Reznov. It's still my old favorite, Reznov from the Black Ops series, but yeah, that's just because they established that character so well. I'm hoping Ghost gets the same kind of treatment.
No, for sure. Prior to the release of Modern Warfare 2, Infinity's Ward narrative team expressed some interest in the idea of entertained the possibility of an offshoot campaign centered around one of Call of Duty's most cemented characters. Dude, Modern Warfare 2 opened up with Ghost. Like, it just... That's where it starts, right? So
that was funny. I liked how it began. Remember Ghost?
That's the whole of Modern Warfare 2 is just remember Modern Warfare 2. Here's the next one. Here's a sniper level. Here's the all right, man. But here we got a quote here. Quote: "There are others who would like to do that too." What is this about? Hang on, I'm backing it up. In an interview with IGN, head writer, at Infinity Ward, Brian Bloom stated, "There are others who would like to do that too, and we think that would be really interesting. And again, that's kind of where this interview started. That there's something about the character that's iconic, but the mask and some of those more superficial elements, as we've attempted to build them out in our own current release. Where did some of those things come from? And exploring that and looking at what would be something I think the audience would love and we would love to get into. Dude, I'd love to get into Ghost's backstory. Do we show how far back do you think they go, Scott?
Yeah, that's what I'm really wondering. Are they going to reinvent some of the story? Is this something that they're just can fit alongside? I don't think it'll be a callback to the older kind of Modern Warfare games.
No,
but I'm trying to rack my brain. What could you really use from those games that would work in this setting?
You could how he met some of the other people, some of the other cast within the Call of Duty universe, I would say, right? You'd have some tie-ins there and crossovers and things centered around that, and it's upcoming into where we know Ghost now. And I wonder, do they end at, hey, this is who you know? So they start at the very beginning, right? Here's my pitch, Scott. Start way at the beginning of him, even as like teenage years, and show kind of what he was into. And then from there, build it up into him transferring over into the Ghost character and some of the crossovers between the characters I already know that we know, and go, wow, like there's Price from like a long time ago kind of thing, right?
He was super into Ghost Recon, and that's why he took on Ghost. Well, at the end of Call of Duty, I like they do the Ghost Squad, and that's very much what it made me think of, Ghost Recon.
Yeah, there you go. So there's, man, I wonder where do they stop then of here, this is where Ghost is, or do they go past that and show us something, you know, past what's next for Ghost kind of thing? I think that's where he ended. I think is what's next, and then they leave you on a cliffhanger, dude. That's what they're gonna do. I already see it.
Now let's go after Shepard. And it's Ghost leading the squad now.
He joins Mass Effect.
I'd be okay with that.
He's off the That's a whole crossover. There's a crossover there, buddy. Yeah. Aliens are coming now. Ghost is over in there with Mass Effect. He's in Mass Effect 5. Dude, let's get into Splinter Cell's one of our favorite topics on the show here. Splinter Cell is back as an 8-part BBC Radio 4 drama.
Bruises.
Well, yeah, dude, we definitely take a couple hits here over the last few years. Decade, it almost feels like at this point. But dude, granted, I'm back into Blacklist, and this is kind of really setting things up. But we're so far away from the new one. Every time it comes up,
I go, you know, it is still in my Xbox. But then I went and started Dying Light. I have no idea what I'm doing.
This is Dom over at VG 24/7. Are you waiting impatiently for the upcoming Splinter Cell remake? You know, one that's apparently being rewritten for a modern day audience, and kind of has me a little nervous. And that recently lost its director, who had 11 years experience at Ubisoft. Ouch, Scott, that's not good news. Well, if the wait is unbearably hard, then you've got some good news for you. Splinter Cell is back in a BBC Radio 4 drama form. Yes, it is odd. Per a release from the BBC, the radio drama follows a veteran fourth echelon Sam Fisher on a new mission, and he'll be recruiting and training the next generation of Splinter Cell operatives for the National Security Agency Covert Action Division. With a lethal assassin from Sam Fisher's past returned from the dead on a mission of murder, he is thrust into a race against time as a sinister threat to global security is revealed. Scott, I've heard a couple of things that they're actually adding in some comedy and everything else to this, which... Dude, I don't know. Like, I really don't... How far... Like, some little quips, maybe? Like, we even saw some comedy come into God of War Ragnarok. Of all things. God of War. Like, to the point where I'm off working on some, like, platinum stuff, and we're just talking to Mimir, and we're rolling around. Mimir cracks a joke, and Kratos actually kind of like chuckles. It's like, all right, that's cool. Like, I actually like that was kind of a nice touch.
That's funny in terms of Christopher Judge as well, because his characters and other things. I'm thinking of Stargate. He's very stern, very cold, doesn't react. But there is one episode where he breaks and laughs, and it's a powerful laugh. I can imagine the same being true for God of War.
It was cool. So how far did they take Sam with this, right? If you're going to bring in comedy, I don't want to go the full spectrum and kind of go from one of what we know Sam to be, who is stern, who is like all business, to then all of a sudden he's like cracking jokes and kind of bring that Guardians of the Galaxy touch. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want that.
Is he going to be Michael Ironside or is he going to be Ryan Reynolds? I'm hoping for Michael Ironside style, of course.
Absolutely. So I'm hoping they stay true to this. I'm definitely want to check this out. It is a radio, so it's going to be like a bit of a podcast kind of format. So 8 episodes.
I wonder how long that is, really. 8 episodes. I'm not sure if the length of the episode has been discussed. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen anything. Did you catch way back in the day when they were leading up to Halo 5? They actually had it was about a 20-minute little episodic series leading into the game of Halo 5. Did you catch that? I can't remember what it was called.
I vaguely remember, but I don't think I had actually seen it.
It was. I listened to it, so I used to drive back and forth to work.
Choose your team.
I can't remember what the heck it was called, but it was all, dude. The way it was set up, it was well done. Like I enjoyed going to work just to listen to that, if that makes sense. So it was one of those. Okay, cool. I get this drive now. I'm gonna listen to this Halo episodic little adventure, and dude, the way it all wrapped up, I was like, it was sick. So I'm hoping that it really kind of follows along in that footstep. If it sets it all up and then hits on like the head of it all at the end and just kind of leaves you in a bit of a holy, that was cool kind of moment. Time will tell. And yeah, if they're going to bring in drama, that's of course what Splinter Cell is all about in my eyes. And with some lighthearted comedy relief moments, I think we'll be okay. But hopefully they don't go too heavy on that. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's a shakeup of the formula, that's for sure. At the very least.
Yeah, the whole thing is due to kick off on December 2nd. So,
busy day that December 2nd is going to be for me.
It's a hot one. And you know what? Everybody's busy right now wondering what the heck is going on with Marvel's Avengers in the next after the Winter DLC. Winter Soldier DLC character is reportedly delayed. Dude, I don't get how this game's still working. Like, I'm really puzzled. Really am. We've been covering Marvel's Avengers for a very long time. Right from the get-go. Steve and I keep dabbling back into the game, trying to get that hook. Dude, War Wakanda was a fantastic piece of content. And then that was it. Right? And then they introduced a couple more characters. One thing they always do, though, is drop new DLC packs of cosmetics for you to buy. Because that's what they're really kind of... And this is the part that really gets me. Stop doing all that and give us some content to play, right?
Yeah, I think you have to have a solid storefront to be selling stuff like that from, and that would be my priority.
But people are all over this. So do me a favor. If you are playing Marvel's Avengers, hit me up, the Artistic Gamer 28 on Twitter, and let me know why you're still playing this. What pulls you back in? I am curious. I would absolutely love to go back into this world, but I really need that reason. And to be honest, Scott, I should still be here. I should still be playing this game to this day because it is the Marvel's universe that is massive.
Yeah, 100 years of content to pull from, really.
Right? But let's get into Mark over at comicbook.com and let's get into his article. Marvel's Avengers is set to add the Winter Soldier later this week, but developer Crystal Dynamics has yet to reveal which hero will appear after. Rumors have persisted for nearly a year that She-Hulk will be joining the game, and the character was seemingly confirmed during the live stream back in July. However, there has been no official news about the character, leaving some to wonder if her appearance had been canceled. However, in a recent appearance on the Lunch Table podcast, reliable Marvel's Avengers leaker Miller stated that the character is still coming and was likely pushed back in favor of Jane Foster. Miller also added that the budget and staffing issues may have played a role in She-Hulk's delay, but he has also believed that the parent company Embracer Group will provide what's necessary to finish the character. The leaker previously revealed that She-Hulk will be voiced by Kurza. Oh, Scott, you gotta help me out with that one, buddy. What do we got here?
I think that's Kurzia Bauhaus.
Thank you. Who had already recorded some work of the role. So the character is already sounds like it's there, dude, but what comes after Winter Soldier? And it just, if you give us another character, man, does it really matter? Like, honestly,
is it just going to be a skin? Is it going to be, like a cheap inclusion, or the War Wakanda style DLC? I don't think is coming back.
That's the part that we really need, though, right? We do need, like, okay, they gave us Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, it's not exactly the Spider-Man we know from Insomniac, right? That's the thing. And we get a little, like, very little brief side quest for Spider-Man, a couple little things to do here or there. We don't get the War of Wakanda DLC kind of experience, which we should have had because it's Spider-Man and you should treat that character with that kind of pedigree. And they didn't because Spider-Man was tied to PlayStation only, which is the whole reason why I bought Marvel's Avengers on PlayStation, because I wanted Spider-Man. It's one of my favorite characters of all time, right? So you follow that, and I think it really played in favor for PlayStation to lock that down. Problem is, dude, I just didn't feel like they treated the character with the due respect that it really deserved in the end. I was left like in awe, to be honest, of like what happened here.
Oh, especially after following up Insomniac Spider-Man. The bar was set so high.
Right? Absolutely.
So unbelievably high. I love those games. I'm just sorry. I have to take a moment to recognize that I do have Miles Morales that I have not yet begun. I should have begun that instead of Dying Light. I'm so far behind on my Spider-Man content. And Spider-Man 2 way back in 2000 something caught my heart.
Yeah. No, it'll definitely be coming up on next week's show, Scott.
You must have played Spider-Man 2 back in the day, right?
Oh, absolutely. Dude, I played all the Spider-Man games.
We've talked about that and Hulk Ultimate Destruction. And
that's so good. So good.
Game. We need that to come back.
Yo, you know what? I really enjoyed, some people didn't, but I really loved Hulk in Marvel's Avengers. That was my main. Okay. That's who I played. I was Hulk the entire game through. Loved every minute of it. And then they get into, as I said, Spider-Man, and just didn't really kind of connect home at all, which was really left disappointing. But they didn't want to give you this massive experience because it was only on PlayStation, and then leave out everybody else who was on like Xbox and even Stadia at the time, kind of thing, right?
That does make sense in some regard, though.
It does, but it's still disappointing as a Spider-Man fan to come over there. And I was talking to one of our guys over at Square Enix, Ryan, great guy over there, who actually loves Spider-Man. And he says, "Oh, no wonder you're a Hulk guy." So we went back and forth a little bit. It was fun, but yeah, he loves Spider-Man. I was like, really? Like, really? That's not Spider-Man, dude. Go play Insomniac Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. So, but what comes next, dude, is just at the end of the day, I'm really shocked that it's still even in development. Embracer Group could ultimately just shut it down. But
what is there left to add if it's not shut down? How would you even? I'm not sure what character roster is there. I think there's a lot of characters.
There are a few now.
Yeah, you could really even add.
Dude, there's a whole X-Men saga they can bring in. Like, I get it's called Marvel's Avengers, but it's Marvel's. At this point, you need to do something, and they need to tap into X-Men. Like, you have a whole slew of characters to roll in there as well. Like, do some kind of crossover stuff.
So underdeveloped. Like, we're getting Wolverine eventually.
Thank God.
Great. Yeah.
By Insomniac, who can do it right. I'll just say it.
High hopes there. Now let's not bury them under their own hype.
Well, at what point do they hit their tipping point and just go meow and just crash down, burning? Hopefully not, because I'm looking forward to not only Spider-Man 2 hopefully next year, but Wolverine next year as well. Dude, if we can get Horizon Forbidden West this year and God of War Ragnarok, there's no reason we can't get Spider-Man and, well, they are the same developer, so maybe there is a reason, but still, what a year next year could be, too. Oh, I'm so pumped.
Oh, but next year in general has a lot to live up to because of this year.
Yeah.
Like, how do you follow up Elden Ring, Horizon, God of War? There's so many. Starfield eventually, but is that going to be enough?
Do you think we get Fable next year?
Oh, that would be a good run. That would make it up.
Wouldn't it? Absolutely. All right,
I just want to see Perfect Dark.
Yo, Game Awards coming up.
I'm really, really hoping for it. Datadyne, the Chicago level, Joanna Dark. That's all I need to see.
Something just like a little teaser, right? Just like kind of like the Splinter Cell. We just need something like that, and we're like,
there's so many different audio. There's a sound when you open up the game and the computer opens up before you. If I hear that sound, goosebumps. I'm ready.
All right. I got nothing to follow up that with Scott. So let's just get into Epic Games Store. Reportedly offer a free game every day over Christmas. Cool.
Prepare your backlog.
Well,
I'm gonna start
backlog and hard drive.
I'm gonna be writing all these games on a list now. Actually, I'm gonna show that tomorrow because it's unreal.
Let's get into this. This is Tom Ivan over at VGC. The Epic Game Store will once again be running a promotion offering players the chance to claim a free game every day over Christmas. That's according to Daylabs user Bill Kuhn, who has accurately leaked various Epic Game Store, PlayStation Plus, and Xbox Game Pass promotions over a year. In 2019, the Epic Game Store gave away 12 games over Christmas, and in 2020 and 2021, it gave away 15 free titles over the festive period. Asked if it's set to repeat the promotion again this year, Bill Kuhn said that offer will be running sometime between December 15th and January 10th. Scott. Dude, the Epic Games Store has given away has given away hundreds of free games since launching in December 2018. Dude, it's been 4 years for the Epic Games Store?
Yeah, I never really took note of it when it came out. Even though
a lot of people
big deal because
so mad.
It challenged Steam. Yeah, it was the break of the monopoly, though. That is the theme this year.
Yeah, absolutely. According to Epic, last year it offered 89 free titles, down from 103 in 2020, with a combined worth of about $2,100. Users claimed over 765 million free games in 2021, it said. Wow.
Holy.
Wow. Yeah. It currently gives away at least one game each week. At the moment, players can claim EA's space dogfighting title Star Wars Squadrons, which, dude, is a great game.
I really missed out on Squadrons.
Yo, I jumped in. We did a special that week when that game launched. We did a Star Wars special, and we recapped.
I watched it. I watched it from the floor of the hospital.
I'm so sorry, man.
Longingly.
Yeah, we did this special about Star Wars, and we covered a bunch of Star Wars titles, and then we played this one as well. And I had more fun actually playing it in VR than I did with a controller. I thought it was awesome in VR.
See, that's really cool to me. And as long as that motion didn't hit you, because I played VR with Elite Dangerous, and that was a magical experience.
It didn't hit you at all? Or did it hit you eventually? No way. Oh, man.
No,
you never quite know until you jump in.
There's so much movement in 3D space, too. It was unreal. I can't believe it didn't affect me.
Yeah, well, I was just as shocked and astonished, too, when it came to Star Wars Squadrons. The flight and the movement. I actually found it a lot easier to aim and shoot. It was so cool. Like, what an experience. Man, I should hook it back up again. Let's get into Gran Turismo's boss. Says he's considering and looking at PC ports. Andy Robinson over at VGC. Gran Turismo series lead. Scott, you're up once again, buddy. You're so good at this stuff.
Kazunari Yamauchi.
Nice. Has off. Confirmed developer Polyphony Digital is looking into and considering a PC port of the latest installment. Scott, we're starting to see a lot more of this transition over from PlayStation to PC. They do see it as a viable option, I think, now.
I've seen a lot of people being really angry about this because there's no Bloodborne on PC yet. That's like the biggest comment under any sort of PlayStation to PC post you find on Twitter. You'll see 100 people. Bloodborne land.
No, absolutely. They say this won't be easy, though, to transition over to PC, which I'm kind of surprised. But Scott, just like that, man, we're at the end of the show. We do have a couple games out today and a new announcement that I'm actually looking forward to. This one looks cool. What do we got?
we have an announcement from Wild West Dynasty. Survival fans can prove how the West was won from February 16th. The highly anticipated genre blend launches into early access beginning of next year. The wait is almost over, so get your guns ready, polish the spurs, and prepare yourself for the adventure of a lifetime. Publisher Toplitz Production and development team Moonpunch Studio proudly announced that February 16th is the release date for the arrival of Wild West Dynasty in early access. I have not really seen too much of this Wild West.
It looks cool. I want in. Dude, if Red Dead 2 Online is gone, this could be the next takeover for me. Right? Just think about it.
That's a big statement.
Yep. What else we have?
We also have the World of Warcraft Dragonflight DLC edition that is available now in closed beta.
And that's going to wrap up today's show, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the highest in gaming news. I'm Drew, that's Scott, and we'll see you tomorrow inside the game.